And what I can do here and go in my inspector in the transforms, and I can scale this down, or I can go on the side of my screen here and open my tools for transform, crop, or distort. And let's say I choose a crop tool. Then it's easy for me to just take the sides and crop and move this shot right there. And now I have the shot that appears. And of course, I can animate these by simply opening the keyframes on my attributes of scale, rotation, and position, so that if I move in the timeline here and I go to the end of the shot, I can always scale it back to 0, let's say, and now it's going to be animated. Because I put a keyframe, it remembers that position, and then I moved it, it created another keyframe, and therefore it animated it. I'm going to undo this a couple times. Now let's say instead of my crop tool, I use my distort tool. Now I can always take the sides of that shot and bring it in perspective. Now if I would add a few shots to this, like I will take 4 shots here and I'll just drop them in. And I want those 4 shots to be exactly like this one. So what I'll do is I'll select this one, the first one, use my transforms and put it at the final position I want it. And then I'll copy this shot. So I'll just say Command C for copy. Then I will select the 4 shots after, and I will go to my edit menu and I'll go and paste attributes. So I'll cancel this. I went a bit fast. I'm going to go to paste attributes, or Shift Command V, and paste attributes for the video attributes. And now all shots are going to be transformed like the first, according to the first shot. So that's all done automatically and quickly. So that's a fast one and a good one. So all I need now is maybe fade in and fade out that little segment. First, I will control click it and create a new compound clip because I want them just to be one in one piece. I didn't name it. It's okay. I'll just leave it like this. So now it's one piece and I can do whatever I want with it. And here I will just drop a fade in and fade out on this. And I will shorten my fade in and fade out just by grabbing the sides and pulling on them. Click and drag. And now I have fade up and my shots and fade down. So as you see, it's very intuitive and very quick to cut in Final Cut Pro. So as you can see, I've been cutting all the time and my system is still importing and it's still copying and it's transcoding media all that time. It's never stopped. And when that job is done in an hour or so, or in half an hour, my machine's going to be way faster even for the edit. It was dragging a bit and it was taking a bit of time to do my dissolves and my renders. When all my rendering is done for the whole project, it's going to be very, very quick to do all the stuff. So that's the advantage of Final Cut Pro, a very, very fast program. Now let's quickly see a couple of other things we can do with the program. I can add titles here. So this is your title browser, and when you browse through the different titles that are accessible, you can see what they do as animation. And all you need to do now is take a title and drop it in, and on the screen you just double click on any title and you select the title, and you can write and when you have your title selected, you can go here and change the size and change the font, and you have all the choices are there. And if you go in your title, you see the box here, and that's where you can put you can select that box and take that finger and bring it to a shot, and that will select the shot and place it in your box, and you say apply clip, and you're good to go. So that's the function of titles. So any title in the system works the same way. So choose any title. For instance, if I have this man speaking, and I can use a lower third, just a normal lower third, and just have his name and description. Since it's a car race, I'm going to use a fancy lower third. You can trim it. Then once the title is there, you just select the title, double click on the title portion. So there you have a title, and you can change the size of the title, the font, and all these things. Okay, a little bit of Ken Burn now. So we have a bunch of slides here, and just as a reminder, if we go to our preference, in the edit preference, we can choose the duration of our stills. We can put them 4 seconds, 5 seconds, or less, or we can just go in and dial a number if we want. A precise number, let's say 2.7 seconds. But for now, I'll leave them at 4 seconds. And the duration of the dissolves can be also modified to 1 second, or dial any number you want. So that's in the preset. So now when I select the picture, it automatically takes an in and out. That is the length of my pre-selection. So if I drop this picture into the timeline, it will be the duration of my default. Now I have a series of birds here. It starts with a waterfall, and then we move on to a series of slides of still pictures of birds in nature. I will create a very quick slideshow of birds using Ken Burns. So what I have to do is select a bird. I will choose crop as a tool. And in my crop, I will choose the Ken Burn option. And you see right away, I have a start in green and an end in red. A selection, and I can move those selections and change them. When I say done, I have automatically a zoom that's been created on my picture. So generally speaking, when you do a Ken Burn on the picture and then you do another one, so I go here and crop Ken Burn, it will offer me the opposite of what it did before, so it varies. So now it's going to offer me to start closer and to go and end bigger. Automatically it does that selection and I say done. So now I was going in and now I'm going out. In and out. So now I'm going to do another one. So I choose the shot and I go here, crop, can burn. And now it's going in again. I'm going to choose the end portion here to be more on the head of the bird and say done. Go to the next one and so on and so forth. I can go very quickly and create a slideshow of birds. Now it's going from in to out. And if I want to reverse the order, I just go to those crisscross arrows and I just click those. So now it's going to do a zoom out. And if I want another zoom out, and I go to crop, can burn, it's doing a zoom in. I go to those arrows, I click them, and it's going to reverse the process. And done. So now I have another zoom out. And so it's very quick like this to go from shot to shot and create a can burn. And all I'll need to do now is to add dissolves to this. So I take dissolves and I can drop them on each cut, one by one, and very quickly I get a slideshow including dissolves in and dissolves out. And my dissolves now are 1 second because I set that length in my preference menu, as you saw in the beginning of this clip. Now, if you want to add some music to this, you just choose the music selection here. Choose a song and you just drop the song in. There you go.